Half a day, everybody, and thank you for starting your day the KUAM way. I'm Jason Salas here at the Guam Police Department's headquarters in Tidzin, and behind me are volunteer recruits with the Guam Police Department. These are police officers in training, and it's going to get very, very, very loud and very intense here as you are going to see and experience what recruits go through as they are training. Sergeant Paul Tapao is here right now, and Sarge, you went through this very training. Generations of Guam Police Department cops have and everything. What is it like for you to actually be able to stand here now and you've got your badge, but be able to see these young recruits accept the challenge?
You can look at my goosebumps coming out right now. This is flashback and everything. And as you can see, Sabrina has actually fallen ranks to see what it takes to actually walk in the shoes of a police officer. So these are a 10th cycle. They just started, but they started the cycle. I want to say a month and a half ago. So we have over 24 possible candidates to fill the ranks of police officer. These guys will endure 9 months of intense training.
9 months.
9 months. So, it really starts with discipline and everything, and that's why we have them in formation.
Okay, let's go ahead and go in there because I know, and just because Sabrina's got her, celebrity status, they are not holding back on her. They are putting her through the grinder like any other recruit.
Absolutely, and Sergeant Carl Cruz, he's actually been instrumental, with the leadership that we have with bringing these guys up to speed. So we have 2 females. The beautiful thing about it is we have 2 females within the ranks of our future police officers. So it's going to be really, really good for the community as, again, the Leon Guerrero Tenor administration and the leadership with Chief Stephen Ignacio has really brought forth on what the needs of the community is in providing, law enforcement and the forefront, the police officers that we so know, the community so really needs. And of course, us in the ranks, our patrol officers working out there. This is a much needed addition to our fleet.
Okay, let's go ahead and get close because Sergeant Cruz is actually giving inspection to these recruits now. So we're going to get a close-up look.
14th Amendment. Sir, I do not know, but I'll find out by the end of the day, sir. You're darn right you will. 14th Amendment. Sir, yes, sir. What is the 5th? Drop. Sir, yes, sir. Good morning, Connor.
Sir, morning, sir.
Looks like you got some service in with this cadet and cycles. What is the 14th Amendment?
Sir, I don't know this time, sir.
Of course you don't know because you're looking up to your top left. 14th Amendment.
Sir, I do not, sir, but I'll give it to you at the end of the day, sir.
Let's go. Knock it off. Knock it off. Ma'am, do you know the 14th Amendment?
No, sir, I
Are you
don't.
still chewing gum?
Do I have to swallow it?
Ma'am, put it in your hand. Do what you need to do. But get it out of my formation.
Yes, sir.
That shows no respect. Period, ma'am.
I see that once again. Sabrina not being treated any differently. She is a recruit right now.
What, sir? Two, sir.
And Sergeant Cruz, of course, he is instilling in these young recruits discipline, training, respect, and asking the entire second squad there, do they know what the 14th Amendment is? Unfortunately, none of them did, so they all hit the deck. Okay, let's go ahead and get a close look at what third squad is going through.
You better know. Yes, sir. You wear another uniform. You better know what the first is. First, freedom of speech, sir. 14th, civil rights, sir. And?
Sir, thank you for conditioning
Sir, that's
my
all I
mind
know,
and body.
sir.
Feel
Are
free
you
to
sure?
drop anytime,
Yes,
sir.
Drop. Yes, sir. First Amendment.
Freedom of speech, sir.
Second.
Right to bear arms, sir.
5th.
Sir, I do not know, sir.
Sir, permission to cover, sir.
Cover.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir.
Here we go.
4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir.
First Amendment.
7, sir. 8,
Freedom of
sir.
speech,
9,
religion, and press, sir.
10,
Fourth.
11, sir.
Fourth Amendment is
12,
unreasonable
sir.
search and seizure,
13,
sir.
Fifth.
14, sir.
Fifth
15,
is
sir.
the accused has the right to remain silent, sir.
Sir, thank you for
Six.
conditioning my mind and body. Feel free to drop it down, sir.
Drop.
Sorry, no, sir.
Just drop.
Yes, sir.
See, they just drop. Now, of course, Paul, when they're doing this, the recruits are obviously under a lot of pressure. The Sergeant Cruz, the training cadre, he's well aware of what he's doing. He's not just being mean for mean's sake. He's actually teaching them how to react, how to think under pressure, correct?
Absolutely. This is really going to build a lot of character, a lot of good mental strength with the guys and everything. So it's really important that they go through this formation and, of course, the pressure and the stress that comes upon them. It's going to really prepare the officers to situations out in the street where they're going to react, they're going to think, they're going to be able to adapt, and of course, not be a product of the environment, be the environment so they can take care of themselves, because this is what we want first and foremost, is officer survival, officer safety. This is where it starts right here. This is where you earn, the more we sweat, the less we bleed, and that's what's important. It has to come from here. The discipline, the character development, the professionalism which we are going to bring to the community, it starts right here. So, you're seeing firsthand, and what we would like to do is actually bring one of the POTs to talk about the employment and how to actually get started with, just simple as filling out a DOA application, and what it took for them or him or her to make it to this point. And again, the 9 months and everything of the rigorous training they're going to go through, once they see that they pin the badge on them, they fulfill the mission and be called, rightfully called full-fledged police officer.
Okay, while we go over and let's take a look at Sabrina. Sarge, talk to me about how important attention to detail is when you're going through training and how much that's emphasized. The littlest thing from, keeping your belt buckle in the right correction. When you're standing, at full attention, that you have your feet together in the 45-degree angle. How much is that emphasized?
It's important because we want to instill professionalism and appearance and everything and character. It really starts with you as an individual following and working as a team. So you're going to see that these guys are actually going to be able to work together, because that's what we need out there in the streets, is everybody to work together and stuff. So it's really important. Physical training, of course, it's the common norm in the academy, any academy that you go through. But within the Guam Police Department, this is again going to build the internal fortitude for you to actually do what you need to do to survive out in the street.
Stay with the count. You guys better know these amendments. They're not here just for me. Some people, many people have died for these amendments. Do you understand? Sir, yes, sir. And these are just simple amendments that you should know as a police officer. Am I correct? Sir, yes, sir. Heat cadence. Heat cadence. First side. 1, 2, 3. 1, sir. 1, 2, 3. 2, sir. All the way down. 3, sir. Stay with the count. 4, sir. Keep your back straight. 5, sir. Keep your back straight. 6, sir. Keep your back straight. 7, sir. Keep your back straight. 8, sir.
Okay, now, Paula, one thing that also stands out to me is there is no separation between genders in this. You have female recruits training right alongside male recruits. How important is that for teamwork? Because it seems like teamwork is being highly emphasized here as well.
Yeah, there is no weak link. There is no weak link in a chain. So it's really important that each link works together. And these guys, both the men and the women that are part of this academy, they're going to see that they're going to find the weakest link, and they're going to help strengthen that weakest link. Because once you find the forge between each link, that chain becomes inseparable. And it's important because we continue to carry that on.
This is the one that's always in litigation.
Okay, and Sergeant Cruz continues to drill into these recruits, asking them about the amendments. And, he is really laying into these guys, and you probably heard that right there. And he said, so many people have died for those amendments, so they better know it.
I'll be darned if somebody's going to try to take it away. Too easy? Sir, yes, sir. What is the fourth? Right against unreasonable search and seizure, sir. What is the fourth? Unreasonable search and seizure, sir. What is the fourth? Unreasonable search and seizure, sir. Why do you want to know that? Why would you want to know that as a police officer? Collecting evidence, sir. Collecting evidence. What else? Respecting the rights of the citizen, sir. Good. Respect the rights of the citizen. Because you got a good case, all the way straight up, evidence, physical, everything. Because you didn't follow the proper procedure, everything is tossed out. Now all you got is what? Hearsay. Nothing to corroborate, nothing. Because all the evidence you gathered out is 0 to none. You feel me? Sir, yes, sir. What is the fifth? Right to due process, sir. What is the fifth? Right to due process, sir. The fifth.
Okay, again, let's take a look at Sabrina. Let's see what she is doing.
Self-incrimination, sir. What is the fifth?
Self-incrimination, sir.
Why do you want to know that? Anybody? Why would you want to know?
Okay, Sabrina, he's obviously not laying off on you because you're a civilian, but how are you feeling about the intensity of the training so far?
What?
Sir, yes, sir.
How do you feel about?
Concentrate.
Give him his right, sir. That way, anything from there, you can utilize in a what?
Okay, and Sarge, it seems like we have a interesting observer right here, none other than the Chief of Police, Chief Steve Ignacio. Chief, good morning. Half a day.
Jason.
Thank you very much for having us. And what are you looking at right now when you come out? I know you don't come out and observe like every single class, every single second, but when you come out and look upon these recruits with your eyes, what are you looking at?
We're looking at improvements to the Guam Police Department. You know, this is how we improve services to our community and get more police officers out on the street. And I think that's a very important thing, is getting more police officers out on the street, and that's what the community expects from the Guam Police Department. And so this is a big step towards getting to that goal.
Okay, and this is obviously a experience right now and a point of view that not many civilians are ever going to see. So for people that may be considering I don't want to use the word job or career, because as Sergeant Tapao has said many, many times, being a police officer for Guam isn't a job, it's a calling. So for people that are considering going through training, what should they be thinking about when they want to get ready, or how they should prepare?
Well, this is a commitment. This is not just come in, work 8 to 5, and go home or run around. But they're gonna have to be committed to the program. They're gonna have to be committed to coming in every day and completing the course. And so, you know, we look forward that these people are the right people, and that we've made the proper selection, and that they're here and they're committed to serving the community.
Now, Chief, I got to tell you, I remember when you used to come by KUM when you were handling a lot of the public relations. We could still call you Steve. We don't do.
Absolutely, you can call me Steve anytime.
No, well, sir, we don't do that now out of respect, and you've earned that job right now. But looking at these young recruits going through training right now, what does it make you feel to think? How long ago did you go through training?
Gosh, that's 1987 when I went through training. 1988. Yeah.
Has training really changed that much as far as the lessons, the fundamentals of being a police officer?
No, absolutely not. You know, there's a lot of lessons that are still resonate, you know, throughout the years, and the training is pretty much still the same. You know, go through an academy, you get to work with the people in your academy, and you know, you get to complete it after about 6 months. So it's good, you know. This is good. This is very positive, you know, and to see this many recruits in training.
Are these cadence that the recruits are now reciting? Are these kind of the same cadence that you said when you went through training, or does it kind of change with the years?
It changes over the years, you know, depending on the training officer. They bring in different sets of experience with them, and different types of cadence. So it's good to hear.
Sarge, how long have these recruits been in training right now?
About a month and a half. We had acclimate them into the government of Guam. We brought them into the expectations.
Chief, thank you.
Brought them into the expectations of the Guam Police Department, but more importantly, the government of Guam. And you know, again, the Chief Stephen Ignacio stands by his commitment with the Angara Tenora administration and bringing the officers out to the streets. So, you know, right after starting next week, we're going to get into the academic aspect of the academy. Within that full length, we're going to actually get these guys out into their OJT you know, mode, where they're going to actually go out there full-fledged uniform. They're actually going to be able to take cases, make arrests, entertain reports and stuff, and just be alongside their field training officer. And we are anticipating by January that these guys will be out in the street, and this is going to be, like I said, a much-needed help to not just the community, but our men and women who are out there serving and protecting every day. You know, so this.
So new year, new police officers.
Yes. This is going to be great, and you know, we're working at also be a continuous recruitment. You know, there's a continuous announcement out there for recruitment. So anybody who would like to enter the field of law enforcement, is a great opportunity. And you know, we asked the chief about you know, the employment. I would like to bring one of our POTs to talk about what it takes and everything. Let me pull him up.
Okay. Okay, now one thing I'd like to ask Sergeant Tapao when he gets out, he's going to actually grab one of the training officers, is how much this training actually differs from military training, because there was one recruit there who Sergeant Cruz, the training cadre, had absolutely no mercy for and said, you know, you wear 2 different uniforms, you should know this. He also used some pretty strong language too, so for those of you who may be considering working for GPD and going through training, if you have military training already, this is going to be an interesting perspective for you, I'm sure. Okay, and as you see there, Sergeant Tapao actually pulled one of the recruits out of training.
Good morning, sir.
All right, Recruit Blas, good morning. Thank you for your service to Guam. How's training going for you so far?
Sir, it's been good, sir. I'm just proud to be here, sir, and serve my community, sir.
Okay, Sarge, did you need to call me sir? Because I'm just a civilian. I'm just Jason.
Everybody, I mean, they get treated with the dignity and respect, and that's one thing that we emphasize. You know, the common courtesy. That's really important, and you know, it gets overlooked, but common courtesy goes a long way when you're dealing with the community. So, you know, POT Blas is going to talk to you about the employment process and what it took for him to actually be here right now within the academy. And it really starts with DOA, going down there, checking what's available, filling out that application.
All right. So, Recruit Blas, how was it for you in making the decision to want to serve Guam as a police officer, to wear the badge, and what was it like for you actually applying?
Sir, it was an easy decision for me, sir. I wanted to make a difference in my community, sir, and I believe that the police officer position, sir, is the true definition of a public servant, sir.
Okay, and can I get your age and what village are you from?
Sir, I'm 30, sir. I'm from the village of Talafofo, sir.
Okay. You're representing Talafofo, you're representing your family too.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, can we get you to sound off for Talafofo and for your family?
Sure. POT Blast, sir. Reporting for duty, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, thank you so much for your time. Once again, thank you for your service.
Sir, thank you, sir.
All right, enjoy training.
Sir, thank you.
Enjoy training, is that the right word?
Yeah, absolutely. So you go fall right in and everything, and you see the discipline that they have. They run, they don't walk and stuff. So
Exactly.
you
Yeah,
know,
they run everywhere they go, right?
Yeah. So you know, again, this is it right after the DOA, after the selection and everything. But it really starts with the DOA application, going there, fulfilling all the requirements that DOA has asked, taking the tests. You're both going to take a written and a physical test. Once DOA clears that and they give the Guam Police Department the list, now it gets vetted within the department, and the chief signs off on a selection of candidates like what you see that have to also undergo a background investigation, a polygraph examination, a drug test, a board interview.
So polygraph being the lie detector.
Yes, that, and you know, we want to, you know, I know we talked about it, sitting you guys down so that you can actually see how you cannot beat the polygraph, because one thing that we ask for each officer is integrity. You know, integrity plays an important role within the Guam Police.
Oh, okay, sorry. I think I know what's going on right there. I've seen this many times in the military. Apparently, Sabrina did something that was not by the numbers, not Sarge by the book, and so the entire unit is paying for her mistake. Is that correct?
It's not necessarily paying for a mistake. We're going to straighten that. You know, like what I talk about the chain.
That's unit tactics right there.
Absolutely. You know, it's you're gonna strengthen your weakness, and if it's not going to come from you, it's going to come from the entire. It's going to come from the entire academy. They're going to work together in strengthening your weakness so that you can be proficient and perform out there. So it's really important that everybody works together.
Okay, let's go ahead and get a closer shot of that. Because it looks like Sabrina is being put through the ringer right now. I can't help but laugh a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. So again, these are specific tactics. Sarge, this is not random whatever. These are not random punishments whatsoever and everything like that. These are time-tested strategies that prove to work as far as training.
Yep. Deep down inside, I'm pretty sure she feels a sense of sympathy that what she did has actually caused this on her cycling. So it really is, you know, being able to strengthen your weakness and understanding the important role that you play within the success of the academy. From here, it's going to gravitate and it's going to resonate out in the streets, working alongside your fellow police officers.
1, 2, 3.
And hold. Get him up. Ma'am, do an about face. So your lack of paying attention to detail is costing the rest of these guys to suffer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sir, yes, sir.
So you need to get your head out of your 4 points of contact and figure out where you're at, because these guys are suffering because of your entertainment. Do you understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
Do you wish them to recover, or you want them to continue?
Recover, sir.
Get him up! Get him up!
Sarge, I got to ask you, as far as this tactic, the entire unit pays for one's mistake. So what exactly did Sabrina do?
Lacking paying attention to detail, simple commands. She knows because she has been to fire cycles and other military cycles. So she knows the basic commands, and she's just doing her own thing.
She was not locked in.
So now mentally, she's doing her own thing, which is costing these guys to get scuffed up.
Okay, and that's what we talked about again. Attention to detail.
3, sir.
Down, up.
4, sir.
Down, up.
5, sir.
Down, up.
6, sir.
Down, up.
7, sir.
Down, up.
8, sir.
Down, up.
9, sir.
Down, up.
10, sir.
Recover. Together now.
Sir, thank you for conditioning my mind. Feel free to drop your names on, sir.
Better.
Okay, Sarge. So we were Sergeant Cruz was just telling attention to detail was missed. So out here in training, this may be something like maybe smiling like a little bit, or clearing your throat, or like not being completely locked in. Out here in training, it seems like minimal. But if you're out serving the island, if you're out on patrol or something like that, that may mean someone may lose their life, a child may go missing, a criminal may go unchecked.
It's spot on. It's spot on, and that's part of earning your bones as an entry level. We all went through that. These guys understand that this is not given to you. You have to earn it. The badge that they're going to bestow on you when you graduate, they're not just going to give it to you. You have to earn it. And we've had in my academy, we've had candidates drop. I'm pretty sure these guys had candidates drop because this may not have been what they were expected of, or this may not have been what they had signed up for. But again, this is going to only make them stronger when they come out on the streets. And it's important that we do pay attention to details, because that little detail will keep them alive.
Okay, and then one of the recruits, Recruit Rodriguez, is actually showing Sabrina how to properly stand at attention and fall out.
Teamwork.
And perform a proper about face.
Absolutely. Leadership it's not just coming from the front. Leadership is going to come from these guys. Each and every one of these guys are going to be leaders. So they need to understand the importance of leadership.
Out the closest exit.
And again, these discipline tactics, it's not about just dropping the rest of the unit and making them, do push-ups and do up-downs until they pass out. It's also about making Sabrina an example and almost, humiliating her so she won't make the same mistake again, correct?
It's not humiliating her. It's having them understand what they did wrong. Okay, and what they can do to better themselves. We need to make the corrections here, because we cannot afford to make any corrections out there in the community.
My name is Sabrina Salas Matanani from KUAM, sir.
That's it?
And it's an honor to be here, sir.
What is your purpose here?
To showcase the Guam Police Department's police officer trainees, sir.
Which is these guys, am I correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
How long you will be here in this displaying from start to finish, mid? You don't know?
Until the end of our show,
Your
sir!
position at KUM allows you to know from here all the way to next week, am I correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
So what is your plan? So enlighten these guys, what is your plan?
We are only going to be here for 30 minutes, sir, yes, sir.
I understand that 30 minutes, the beginning, which is this phase now, mid, and closing. Am I correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
Come to the position of attention when you're addressing a senior. Thank you. Cup your hands like this. Cup your seams like you got your seams here. Just like that.
Sir,
I
yes,
guess
sir.
they didn't teach you that in fire school. Am I correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
Discipline.
Again,
The drill ceremony
enlighten them.
is really important. It teaches them discipline.
It's the little things that make a difference in the long term.
It does, because this brings out professionalism, within the officers.
I am the Director of News and Production, sir.
Also, in layman terms, you are the boss, the manager.
I am one of the managers, sir.
So how many managers are there at KOAM?
Probably 4 or 5, sir.
So your boss is looking and he's identifying that you don't know your chain of command. Am I correct?
Sir, no, sir. You are not correct, sir.
So then again, I asked you, let me rephrase the question, ma'am. Other than yourself, how many managers in your department?
In my department, no one else, sir.
So you are the boss, am I correct?
In my department, sir, yes, sir.
So how many departments are there? Because we don't work for KOM. Do you see us with a camera? Do you see us with a microphone?
No, sir.
Guardian,
Sir, yes, sir.
where's your camera?
Sir, I do not have it, sir.
Santos,
Sir, yes, sir.
where's your microphone?
I don't have it, sir.
Well, let's ask Miss Matanani if she can issue one because she's the boss. Am I correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
Can you make that happen, ma'am?
Sir, no, sir.
Why? You
Because-
don't trust police officers? Is that what you're
Oh,
trying to say?
no, sir, I do
Front linear
trust.
position, move! That's you, ma'am. Do you see me addressing the? I would address them class.
Sir?
Front leaning rest position. Get on all fours. Front lean. Let me. There you go, ma'am. There you go. Back straight.
Again, no mercy because of
That's how-
Sabrina's
see how you like
celebrity status or civilian status, and this is regular training, right, Paul?
This is what we ask of them. Strength is done to sacrifice. Strength is done to really just work, hard work. You know, hard work. Getting something for you, hard work is important. So you know this is the everyday norm. This is where we strengthen our officers here until we get a.
How does this training differ with, as far as the physical demands and the mental preparedness? Because I saw that one of the recruits there, Sergeant Cruz, was saying, you know, you wear 2 uniforms, you better know what we're talking about. So how does this differ from military training?
It's the same. We mirror exactly what the military, because we're paramilitary, and it's important. And Sergeant Cruz can actually elaborate about the importance of being a paramilitary and everything.
Stretch your arms. Do what you need to recruit.
Recover their recruitment.
Okay, and you see Sabrina had like a smirk on her face earlier and everything, but I think she's finally starting to learn. They're really emphasizing that.
In 4 more months.
Sir, yes, sir!
So that way you can showcase the Guam Police Department's POT cycle, 10th cycle.
Sir, yes, sir.
So you can see them from start, finish, all the way to graduation. I got 25 bodies here. 25 will go all the way. Do you understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
Pass, parade, rest. Recognize her face, ladies and gentlemen. She will join you. She will join you come mid-part. Do you understand? Yes, sir! Is there any other further questions that you may have, ma'am? Ma'am, you look like you're fatigued. Those, I believe, were only 5 push-ups. Incorrect, for that matter. But we'll let it slide. I hope to see a microphone in one of my POT's hands. Am I correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
Because you did say you are the boss. Am I right?
Sir, yes, sir.
Not here, not today, not this minute. I'm the shot caller, not you.
Sir, yes, sir.
So let's see how your marching skills are. Fall in. As a matter of fact, Oliva, step out. There you go, ma'am. Take point. Now everybody is going to follow you because you now are the boss.
Okay, and Paul, that is a very interesting position. So Sergeant Cruz was actually telling the trainee to fall out, and Sabrina is now squad leader or first squad, correct? So,
Yes,
so she is on point.
Yep, she is, and you know, this is where we build leadership. You know, this is where they're going to help her.
Very good,
The
ma'am.
squad leader is always the
So
most
now
immediate
you
left.
are the
Yep.
boss here, just like you are at
And
KOM.
this is where we
Sir,
lead
yes,
up.
sir.
In the absence of me, first squad will take the helm, which is you. You're the leader.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, watch. Class, attention!
Liberty, equality, justice.
Come on, ma'am. You're representing the POT now. So if you look 8 up, how do you think the rest of the guys are going to look 8 up? And the females. Do you feel me?
Sir, yes, sir.
Louder.
Sir, yes, sir.
Outstanding.
Thank you very much.
That on that range.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Listen.
Sir, yes, sir.
Right. Peace.
Good job.
Forward. March. Left. 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 1, 2, 3. Stop bouncing, ma'am. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. March time. Go.
They're going to march around us.
Okay, so once again, this is very, very intense. And Paul, I think, you know, where Sabrina was trying to maybe just fit in at first, and, you know, she felt kind of a little bit awkward because, you know, she was being yelled at, something that she's not used to. It seemed like Sergeant Cruz had the right approach. He was being very deliberate, very tactical. He's getting the message across, and in a little bit of a sense, he was breaking down, you know, that pride that she may have and everything like that. And he's like, look, you're going through training. This is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn by the books.
Absolutely. You know, you can have all the confidence and everything. We're going to break that down. We're going to first teach you humility. Humility is important. You know, some people who've never experienced, who've never seen this, you may see it as a sense of touching the ego and pride. but really it's us breaking you down so that we can mold you, so you can start off with being humble. Humility is important in understanding, because this is where we bring out the quality officers. From there, we work at building you up to becoming the full-fledged officer that you are. Okay. And that's where we give you the confidence in understanding that what you're going to do, the field that you chose in law enforcement, in police, this is what's going to keep you alive, and this is what's going to keep the community safe.
Okay, so on In the Mix this Thursday, Sabrina is going to have even more extended coverage of her experience going through GPD recruit training. Sarge, as always, thank you, man. This was an amazing experience to be able to do this firsthand and bring it to the people of Guam.
Absolutely. Again, we want to thank the Guam Police Department. We'd like to thank the Leon Guerrero Tenora Administration, Chief Steven Ignacio, and all the beautiful men and women within the Guam Police Department for making this happen. This wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for the community in understanding and believing in the Guam Police Department. Okay.
Would you be able to get the entire class to sound off before we go?
Yes, absolutely. Stand by. Sergeant Cruz. Shut off. Sound off. Your final sound off.
We're getting ready to wrap, Sarge. So can we get him a sound off one time?
Your class motto. Loud and thunderous, so customs can hear it in Manila.
Fire can hear it too.
By the way, if you don't know, I'll let you guys know. Clear! Attitude!
Liberty, equality, justice!
Commander, follow you. Fall out. Take 5 minutes and get ready for class. Oh?
Sir, yes, sir!
Hold out.
Ah!
Outstanding. Sergeant Cruz, thank you so much for that experience. That was amazing. We thank you so much. All right, so that was starting lineup, one of the many amazing things we do here in Crime Time. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, In the Mix is coming to you on Thursday on YouTube, on Facebook, and on KUM TV. We'll see you then.